Hello again, everybody. Well, today I am down right across the creek in Lookout Valley, and we're going to take a look at an interesting little town. While a lot of people know this town as Lookout Valley or as Tiftonia, believe it or not, this is a town with three names. Some people call it Wauhatchie, some people call it Tiftonia, and some people call it Lookout Valley. So we're just going to take a quick peek around, and I am with the Lookout Valley historian, Alex. I'll show you, but we've got the camera locked down on the dash, so let's go take a look and talk briefly about this, shall we? Let's go have some fun.
Okay. We're about to go into what is known as Lookout Valley. However, Lookout Valley, in all the history books I have seen, it was named Lookout Valley even before the Civil War. So in every history book I have seen, it was called Lookout Valley. So Lookout Valley, Tennessee is probably established before any other name for this community. And Lookout Valley is probably the oldest community in Hamilton County, established in 1803. We're now going into Wauhatchie. Coincidentally enough, named for Chief Wauhatchie. Wauhatchie is probably another older name for this part of the valley. Mainly because of Chief Wauhatchie, as I said, but it was... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
But it was also interesting because Chief Wauhatchie settled in this area in the north around Dade County after he stole some horses when he fought in the French Indian War from 1756 to 1763 with a gentleman named George Washington. Somebody in George Washington's tribe insulted Chief Wauhatchie, and him and his fellow tribesmen escaped. Borrowed some horses and fled into this area. So I think that's kind of interesting that Wauhatchie is named after Chief Wauhatchie, and Chief Wauhatchie fought with General George Washington. I thought that was pretty cool. Little interesting tidbit. But Wauhatchie is probably known for right now also for the Battle of Wauhatchie, also the Battle of Wauhatchie Station, and if you go down this little road, which is called Wauhatchie Pike, you will notice a lot of railroads, and that's why you see go down this road now. You to the left, if you're driving down, you will see a bunch of railroads. If you're coming up on the right, you will see a bunch of railroads. Okay, now we are in the part of Lookout Valley known as Tiftonia. Now, Tiftonia is an interesting little town itself. It was established in the 1880s. The reason so, a man by the name of John Tift, who came up here from Tifton, Georgia. Yes, I know, Tiftonia, Tifton, Georgia. How weird is that? Well, John Tift was a politician who came into this area and wanted to be known as someone to help in the community, and he did. He also came to this community and he wanted to name it in honor of his family back in Tifton, Georgia. That's why it's called Tiftonia. Now, all three communities, as Andy mentioned, is called Lookout Valley now. This was as a result, as a census, not a census, but a poll that was given to the citizens of the area. So of the three names, what would you want this area to be called? Lookout Valley, Tiftonia, or Wauhatchie? Well, of course, Lookout Valley came out number one. But surprisingly, number two was actually Wauhatchie. And then the president of the then Citizens Committee, Jerry Walls, said they would always use the name Wauhatchie to carry the name of the Native Americans, heroic Native American people that settled in this area. But since Lookout Valley won by considerably a lot of the poll, they changed the whole community into Lookout Valley. However, as Andy mentioned, some people still calls it Tiftonia, and there's even older people who are in their 90s, and some people's in their 80s still call it Waxahachie. One interesting tidbit, Waxahachie, I just remembered, was actually going to be the name of the high school out here. Instead of Lookout Valley High School, it was going to be called Waxahachie High School, home of the Warriors. But they decided to keep it Lookout Valley High School. And that's why when you go through Lookout Valley, many, or even see on maps, you may see Tiftonia mentioned, you may see Lookout Valley. That's why this valley has 3 little names.
Well, thank you, Alex. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed our little driving tour. I am off to go on some more journeys. Until then, why don't you go on a journey of your own? We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.